The personal bodyguard for a billionaire heiress for a full 10 years. In those 10 years, I took bullets for her, got slashed for her, dealt with kidnappings, and shut down rich punks who harassed her. If she said at midnight that she wanted pastries from Ding Taloo, I'd run 20 kilometers in the rain. If she had a fever, I'd stay up all night and be her human pillow. Everyone said I was the most loyal dog by the young lady's side. Even she thought so too. Until my 30th birthday. Looking at the scars this job left on me in the mirror, I suddenly got sick of it. I wanted to get married. I wanted a home of my own. So I secretly signed up for a dating site. The day we met, the girl was gentle and shy. I heard you work for the young lady, that's so impressive. I actually relaxed for once and smiled. Really? I'm thinking about quitting. Then the very next second, the restaurant's glass door got kicked open. Who said you could quit? Who said you could go on a date? I kept you around for 10 years. How dare you leave me for someone else? My name is Jack. I'm Miss Lucy's personal bodyguard. Today is my 30th birthday, and I just got done dealing with 2 drunk rich kids who tried to harass her. Jack, Miss Lucy said you worked hard tonight. Your bonus has been sent. Don't forget to check it. I stared at that long string of zeros on the screen and suddenly felt like none of it meant anything. Then my phone buzzed again. It was Miss Lucy calling me herself. Jack, did you clean up those 2 idiots or not? What a buzzkill. They totally ruined my beauty sleep. This afternoon you're coming with me to the Bulgari launch event. I was quiet for a couple seconds. Miss Lucy, today's my birthday. Can I take the afternoon off? I want to visit my parents at the cemetery. Jack, are you serious? Your parents have been dead for years. The grass on their graves is probably 10 feet tall by now. What's there to see? She hung up without a second thought. I held the phone in my hand, listened to the deadline, and slowly lowered it. The man in the mirror was 30, with a vicious scar running from the corner of his right eye to his temple. I got it 3 years ago, taking a broken bottle for Lucy. Back then, she screamed in shock. Not because of me, but because she saw 2 drops of blood on the hem of her dress. Gross. This dress is a limited edition couture piece. You couldn't pay for it with 3 months of your salary. Give Jack a 500,000 bonus. Like the scar on my face and that dress could both be reduced to a price tag. That morning, I stayed at the cemetery for 2 hours. If you were still alive, you'd probably be pushing me to get married, have kids, and just live a safe, normal life. That afternoon at the Bulgari event, Lucy floated around the room like a butterfly, and I stayed right on her heels, watching every single person who came near her. A little celebrity tried to talk to her, and I stepped in to block him. He glared at me. Who the hell are you? Lucy smiled. He's my dog, super loyal, don't mind him. The people around us all laughed. I just stood there expressionless. Jack got called a dog by Miss Lucy again? Huh, guess he's used to it by now. Totally used to it. At 11 p.m., I finally got drunk Lucy back to the villa. Jack, I'm thirsty. I want the hot spring tea from Cloud Peak Manor. I checked the time. Miss Lucy, Cloud Peak Manor is way out in the suburbs. It'll take at least 2 hours round trip, and they close at 1 a.m. I want it, go now, or you're fired. Quietly, I turned the wheel and drove there. Just like I expected, the place was already closed. I begged the night staff for a long time before I finally got the last pot of hot spring tea. I kept it warm as carefully as I could, and brought it back to the villa. But Lucy was already asleep. I stood outside her bedroom holding the tea, then gently set it down on the carpet. The next day, I was off. I quietly went to the coffee shop arranged by the dating site. Her name was Anna, and she was an elementary school teacher. She looked sweet and soft-spoken, and her voice was gentle. So, Mr. Jack, what do you do for work? I hesitated for a second. I'm a private security consultant right now. Wow, that sounds impressive. Are you usually pretty busy? Very. I'm basically on call all the time. Yeah, making a living isn't easy. I teach a graduating class, so I'm always working late too. We really hit it off. When she heard my parents had passed away young, there was genuine sympathy in her eyes. Looking at her warm smile, something frozen inside me finally started to melt. We agreed to meet again next week, and for once I felt a little lighter. But the second I walked out of the coffee shop, my phone started going crazy. The moment I answered, Lucy was screaming. Jack, where the hell are you? Get your ass to Starlight Plaza right now. If you're not here in 10 minutes, don't bother coming to work tomorrow. I clenched my teeth and took a cab over. On the luxury floor at Starlight Plaza, Lucy was tearing into a sales clerk. What kind of garbage store is this? Why would you sell the bag I wanted to somebody else? The clerk said awkwardly, Miss Lucy, this bag was actually pre-ordered by this lady. Do you even know who I am? I could shut this whole store down if I wanted to. Jack, she took the bag I wanted. Get it back for me. The woman panicked. I pre-ordered this a month ago. It's my daughter's birthday present. Miss, please watch your behavior in public. Lucy shot me a vicious glare. Whose side are you on? I've kept you for 10 years. A dog would at least know who feeds it. In the end, the store manager stepped in and promised to transfer another bag in for Lucy. Only then did she finally calm down and drag me out by the arm. In the car, she stayed cold the whole time. Then she suddenly snatched my phone. Let's see what was so damn important on your day off. She unlocked my screen. My heart dropped. I tried to grab it back, but it was too late. She saw my chat history with Anna and the reminder from the dating site about our meetup. The air inside the car froze. Jack, you actually had the nerve to go on a blind date? I gripped the steering wheel so hard my hands hurt. Miss Lucy, I'm 30. Wanting a family is normal. A family? What makes you think you get to have one? You belong to me. Without me keeping you around, what the hell are you? Miss Lucy, I'm just your employee. When the contract is up, I'm planning to resign. Resign? Go on dates? Jack, keep dreaming. What you owe me, you'll never pay back in this lifetime. Without my permission, you're not going anywhere. After that day, I was basically under house arrest. The basement had no windows, so I couldn't tell day from night. There was only one dim yellow bulb on overhead. I had no idea how many days I'd been locked up. Every day someone brought me food, and it was always cold leftovers. On the third night, the basement door opened, and Lucy walked in. She looked a little drunk. Well, you know you were wrong yet? Miss Lucy, I wasn't wrong, I just want to get married. That set her off like someone had stepped on a cat's tail. Married? To who? That elementary school teacher? Let me tell you something. I already had someone go to her school yesterday. If she dares see you again, she can kiss her job goodbye. Lucy, come at me if you want, but leave her out of this. You raised your voice at me for her? Jack, you asshole, I kept you for 10 years and you're telling me that means less than some woman you've known for a few days? You think I'm gonna let you date? Let you get married? You're mine. I let her vent until she wore herself out. Then I finally said, Miss Lucy, it's been 10 years. I took 3 knives for you. Not a single dollar you gave me was wasted. I saved it all. Isn't that enough to buy back this life? She froze. Her eyes went wide like she was seeing me for the first time. After a long silence, she suddenly laughed. Jack, let me make this clear. It'll never be enough. What you owe me, you still won't repay in your next life. That Anna, language arts teacher at Jiangqing Experimental Elementary. Her parents live in an old neighborhood on the west side of town, right? Lucy, don't touch her! That depends on what you choose. Keep being my most loyal dog, or watch your whole family suffer because of you. Then she turned and walked out. I collapsed into the darkness, my neck burning with pain. But that pain still didn't come close to the despair in my chest. On the morning of the 4th day, the basement door opened again. This time, it was Lucy's secretary. She brought a full breakfast and a first aid kit. Jack, eat something. Miss Lucy wants you cleaned up and ready to go with her to the stables this afternoon. She's really letting me out? Miss Lucy said if you think it through and admit you were wrong, and if you never bring up dating or marriage again, she'll pretend none of this ever happened. You'll still be Lucy's head bodyguard, and your salary will be doubled. What if I say no? Jack, why make this harder than it has to be? You know Miss Lucy's temper. She really did send people to Anna's school yesterday. They didn't do anything, but the warning was obvious. You can't win against her. Just give in. After all, there's 10 years between you. 10 years. Yeah, 10 years. I orbited around her like some loyal satellite and forgot that I was allowed to want a life of my own too. That afternoon, I took a shower, put on a clean suit, and made up my mind. Miss Lucy, after you. She got in humming, looking like she was in a great mood. I knew you couldn't bear to leave. Tonight, you're coming with me to a charity gala. There's an auction too. If you want anything, I'll bid on it for you. Her tone softened for once. I lowered my head and said nothing.
Into the car. She looked in a great mood. She said she knew he could not leave. She ordered him to a charity gala that night. There would be an auction. She told him to pick what he wanted. She would bid it for him. Her tone softened for once. Ethan lowered his head in silence. The
riding grounds, and Lucy took her thoroughbred for a few laps. Go walk the horse for me. He seems a little worked up today, so be careful. I led the horse around for 2 laps and was just about to hand him off to the stable hand when a sudden explosion sounded in the distance, and the horse instantly yanked the reins out of my hands and charged straight toward Lucy. He was just about to trample Lucy, so I lunged at her on instinct and shoved her out of the way. Then the heavy hoof slammed into my chest. I heard the sharp crack of my ribs breaking, and the pain hit my whole body all at once. Jack, you are not allowed to die. Do you hear me? You're not allowed to die. If you die, I'll make Anna's whole family pay for it. I completely lost consciousness. When I woke up, I was in a VIP hospital room, my chest wrapped in thick bandages. Even the slightest breath made me break out in a cold sweat. You're awake? Seriously, are you useless or what? You couldn't even handle one horse, and I almost got stepped on because of you. I forced my mouth open. My throat was dry and burning. Miss, are you okay? Why wouldn't I be? You're the one with 3 broken ribs. The doctor said you'll be laid up for at least 3 months. Jack, did you do that on purpose? Trying to pull some pity act and make me feel bad? The doctor said if you'd gotten here half an hour later, you'd have been in real danger. That hoof was 2 centimeters away from crushing your heart. Guess you got lucky. Yeah, lucky me. I've been taking the hit for you for 10 years. Even the king of hell doesn't want to take me yet. Her expression froze, like my words had hit a nerve. Jack, who are you getting sarcastic with? Isn't saving me exactly what you're supposed to do? She slammed the door and walked out. I slowly let out a breath. My phone had already been smashed by her, and I had no idea how Anna was doing. That night, Lucy came back. She was drunk. Jack, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I was just scared. Her voice was thick with tears. The way you pushed me away today. It was just like that time in the alley 10 years ago. But this time, you were lying there completely still. No matter how much I called your name, you wouldn't wake up. I really thought you were going to die. I looked at her in silence. 10 years. This was the first time she'd ever apologized to me, but I felt absolutely nothing. Miss, you're drunk. I'm not drunk, Jack. Please don't quit, okay? Don't go on that blind date. I won't lose my temper with you anymore. I'll give you a raise. Whatever you want, I'll give it to you. Please don't leave. From now on, I'll do whatever you say. Miss, I'm tired. 10 years is long enough. Just let me go. You really want to leave that badly? For that elementary school teacher? What's so great about her? Stay with me. What do you want? No, she gives me dignity. So you're saying I never gave you any dignity? Jack, hand on your heart. Have I ever treated you badly in these past 10 years? I brought you into high-end places, got you designer clothes, nice cars, but I'm still just your bodyguard, your family's dog. You want dignity, huh? Let me tell you something. Without Lucy's family backing, you're nothing. If Anna knew you were just a vet with a high school diploma, would she still want you? What's she after? The scar on your face or the money you risk your life for? I spent half a month in the hospital. Lucy never came, but she had her secretary send supplements every day. By the third week, I could finally get out of bed. When the caregiver wasn't paying attention, I slipped out of the hospital. Hello? Anna picked up. She sounded exhausted. It's me, Jack. There were a few seconds of silence. Her tone turned distant. Mr. Jack, do you need something? Sorry. I went off the grid for a while. I got hurt. I know. Your employer told me. Lucy came to see you. Did she threaten you? Mr. Jack, we really shouldn't stay in touch anymore. I'm just a regular teacher. I want a quiet, stable life. That kind of rich family drama isn't something I can get mixed up in. Goodbye. I stood there for a long time, still holding the phone. On the way back to the hospital, I stopped by a phone store, bought a new phone, and got a new SIM card. The second I turned it on, there were 10 texts, all from Lucy. You really snuck out of the hospital? Get your ass back here right now, or I'll cut off your medical bills. The last one was from 10 minutes ago. Jack, you asshole, you actually ran off just to see that woman. I deleted every text and blocked her number. When I got back to my room, Lucy was already sitting on my hospital bed. Lucy was sitting on my hospital bed looking like she wanted to kill me. I ignored her. I asked you a question. Did you go see Anna? You'd throw your life away for some woman? Miss, he needs to rest right now. Where I go is none of your business. Wow, great. Jack, so you've finally grown a spine, huh? Don't forget, your contract isn't up yet. I can sue you for breach. I closed my eyes, and then she smashed everything she could in the room. Just you wait. I'll have Anna run out of River City today. Lucy, don't you dare touch her. I'm telling you, if my family so much as lifts a finger, her whole family will be on their knees begging. You really think so? Before you even get to her, I'll make sure your name is ruined. In the past 10 years, I've cleaned up plenty of your dirty work, and you know it. Jack, you're threatening me over a woman? Miss, even a rabbit bites when it's cornered. I've been your dog for 10 years, but that doesn't mean I don't have teeth. You're insane! I'm telling my dad, and he'll make sure you can't survive in this city. Go ahead. Perfect chance for your father to hear all the things his precious daughter has done these past few years. Like that DUI hit and run 3 years ago, when I took the fall for you. Or last year's charity gala, when you swapped out the auction item and faked the donation. She was speechless, staring at me like I was a stranger, then finally stormed out and slammed the door. Lucy asked me to bring this to you. She said to focus on healing, take as much time off as you need, your pay stays the same, and call her after you've thought it through. Thank Lucy for me, but no thanks. I'll pay the penalty and I'll email my resignation later. Jack, you're serious? Lucy cried all night that day. She really does care about you. Emma, you've been with Lucy for 5 years. How many times has she hit you? Find yourself a better way out. Don't waste 10 years like I did. I rented a small apartment far away from Lucy's villa. The place was simple, but when the sun was out, it felt warm. Sometimes I still thought about Anna. Lucy was right. Other than a body full of scars, all that blood money couldn't give her anything. 2 peaceful weeks went by. One night, I went downstairs to take out the trash and spotted a familiar black sports car by the gate. Get in, miss. What's going on? My dad wants to see you. What does Mr. Thompson want with me? You'll know when you get there. Relax, he's not trying to make things hard for you. I hesitated for a second, and got in the car. Jack, what if I told you I've changed? I know you wouldn't believe me, but I mean it. I've done a lot of thinking these past 2 weeks. I was wrong before. Miss Sir is waiting for you in the study. Mr. Jack is there too. Come on. No matter what my dad says, don't talk back. I've got this. Just say what you need to say. I heard you're quitting. Has Lucy been giving you a hard time? I glanced at Lucy. It's personal. I just want a different job. No need to be so formal with me. For 10 years, I've seen everything you've done for Lucy. If it weren't for you last year, she would have been kidnapped and killed. We owe you a life. If 30 million isn't enough, I can add more. Mr. Thompson, what exactly is this supposed to mean? It's compensation. Take the money and leave town. Dad, that's not what you promised. Quiet. Haven't you embarrassed us enough? You're losing your mind over a bodyguard. You've made this family a joke. Dad, Jack, you're a good kid, but you and Lucy are impossible. Take the money and go. Mr. Thompson, do you really think I'm in this for the money? Don't tell me you actually like Lucy. I said I didn't, and Lucy went pale. Then you should take the money even more. You gave this family 10 years of your life. I can't let you walk away with nothing. I picked up the check and tore it in half. I'll pay the penalty according to the contract. Goodbye. Then I turned and started to leave. Don't go! It doesn't matter if my dad says no. I'll go with you. Stop her! Let go of me, Jack! If you leave, I'll never forgive you. Look back. I just strode out of the villa. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. Jack, you're ruthless. But I'm not letting you go. No matter where you run, I'll find you. It was Lucy. I deleted the text, but my phone buzzed again. This time it was Anna's number. I hesitated, then answered. But the voice on the other end was Lucy's. How am I worse than that elementary school teacher? Please come back, I'll give you anything. You're drunk. Put whoever's next to you on the phone. Nobody. It's just me. And a bunch of guys in this bar keep staring at me. My heart skipped a beat. Nightfall Bar was one of the wildest places in Jiangcheng. Stay right there. I'll have your family's bodyguards pick you up. Don't call them. I want you to come. I called back, but her phone was already off. In the end, I couldn't just ignore it, so I used my new phone to call the bodyguards. Captain, the young lady is at Nightfall Bar. She might be in trouble. Jack, bro. Miss Lucy fired all of us this afternoon. Maybe you should go yourself. Send me the address. 10 minutes later, I took a cab to Nightfall Bar. Lucy, wake up! She was completely wasted, passed out on the table. A few guys nearby were eyeing her like predators, so I stepped in and shoved them back. Lucy, wake up! Her eyes fluttered open, all groggy. It's me, Jack. You came after all. I tried to get up, but she just hung on me like dead weight. I want to go to your place. That's not appropriate. Then take me to a hotel. Miss Lucy, please have some self-respect. Her eyes turned cold in an instant. Quit acting like some gentleman. How am I any worse than Anna? If you keep this up, I'll have to call Mr. Tom. You jerk! In the end, I still took her back to Lucy's family villa. Mr. Jack, you're back. Don't go, I was really wrong. I won't bully you anymore. I'll give you the respect you want, just don't leave me. Good night, Miss Lucy. Jack, you're gonna regret this. The next day, I started looking for a new job. Pretty quickly, I realized something was off. Every company I interviewed with avoided eye contact the moment they saw my resume. Sorry, you're way too qualified. A small company like ours can't handle someone like you. Even the moving companies turned me down. Then, at the mouth of the alley, 2 men in black blocked my path. Mr. Jack, Miss Lucy would like to have tea with you. What if I don't go? Then we'll have to do this the hard way. Wuyi Mountain Da Hong Pao, my dad's private stash. Miss, just say what you want. How's the job search going? Thanks to you, nobody dares hire me now. Come back to my place. Triple salary, car, house. Your only job is protecting me. No more grunt work. You wanted respect. I'll give it to you. She paused. I can apologize to you for everything that happened. What's the condition? Stay away from Anna and never quit on me again. Then there's nothing to talk about. Don't push your luck. In my whole life, I've never lowered myself like this for anyone. Then don't bring it up. You go your way, I'll go mine. I pulled the door open and 4 bodyguards were blocking it. Then Lucy spoke from behind me. You've got 2 choices today. Sign the new contract or leave on a stretcher. I turned around and looked at her. You sure you want to do this? You think I won't? I laughed. Try me. The next second, the biggest bodyguard lunged at me. I slipped to the side and smashed the back of his neck. The other 3 jumped in at the same time. The tea room was cramped with nowhere to dodge. My chest felt like it had been hit with a sledgehammer. My vision went dark, but 10 years of fighting for my life wasn't for nothing. 5 minutes later, all 4 bodyguards were on the floor, groaning. I wiped the blood off the corner of my mouth and looked at pale-faced Lucy. Still want to keep going, princess? If you walk out today, you'll never see me again. My eyes narrowed. You're insane! Her hand was shaking. The blade had already cut her skin, and blood was starting to bead up. I am insane. You drove me that way. If you leave, what am I supposed to do? I slowly stepped toward her. Put the knife down. No, not unless you promise you'll come back. Let go! I lunged and grabbed the knife, then threw it across the room. She collapsed to the floor and started crying. Jack, where's the first aid kit? She pointed at the cabinet. She tilted her head up at me, tears streaming down her face. You used to blow on it and say it'd stop hurting. My hands paused for a second. Then she grabbed the corner of my shirt. What if I told you I've really changed? You don't believe me, do you? Don't ever do something that stupid again. I'm leaving. Jack, Anna's getting married. What did you just say? Her parents took 500 grand and are forcing her to marry some guy who got rich off a demolition payout. They're getting the license this afternoon. I went back into the tea room. What did you do to her? I didn't do anything. I just made her see reality. That's how this world works. Money and power rule. You can't protect her. I shoved past her and bolted out the door, calling Anna as I ran. Her phone was off the whole time. I called the school and her coworker sounded evasive. Anna took the day off, said she was handling a wedding. I rushed straight to the courthouse. Right when I got there, I saw Anna getting out of a car, looking pale. And next to her was a short, fat guy. Jack, what are you doing here? Who the hell are you? How dare you touch my wife? You said you wanted a stable life. This is the stable life you chose? My mom took the money, my dad needs surgery. Why are you wasting time with this pretty boy? Go get the license already. She doesn't want this, can't you see that? Huh. Your family already took the 500 grand. Like she gets a say now. Buddy, be smart and back off, or don't blame me for what happens next. Anna grabbed my arm, terrified. Come with me. I'll pay back the money and I'll cover your dad's surgery. Where are you gonna get that kind of money? 10 years of risking my life. Is that enough to buy your freedom? Anna, if you dare walk away, I'll make sure your whole family can't survive in Zhangcheng. Lay one finger on Anna's family, and I'll hand over the proof that Lucy's company's been dodging taxes to the authorities. Then we'll see who's done. The guy shut up instantly. I took Anna with me and we grabbed a cab back to my apartment. Why are you helping me? Because you said your braised pork was good. I wanted a taste. But what about Lucy? You helping me? Because you said my braised pork was really good and I want a taste. But first, let's deal with your mess with the Smith family. 500 grand. I'll send it right now. Go return the bride price. I can't take your money. I'll wire it to you right now. Just write me an IOU with bank interest. Jack, thank you. I gently patted her on the back and saw Lucy off. Then I stood on the balcony and spotted a black luxury car parked in the shadows downstairs. Sure enough, my phone rang. So you played hero and saved the girl. Feel moved yet? What do you want? Jack, I gave you a chance. Now I want you crawling back to beg me. Starting the next day, I got hit from every angle. My bank cards were frozen, and my landlord suddenly wanted me out. I'm not renting this place to you anymore. Move out ASAP. Mr. Jack, your account is under temporary freeze due to a money laundering investigation. I knew it was the Smith family pulling strings, so I didn't argue. I withdrew some cash just in case. I was exhausted. For 10 years, I'd been living like I was in the Truman Show. Everything was controlled by the Smith family. Then my phone rang. Unknown number. I picked up, and it was Mr. Smith. Jack, I spoiled Anna too much. But I hope you understand this. The Smith family is not something you can fight. Go back to Anna, and all of this goes away. And if you really do like her, I can even consider it. Consider what? The 2 of you. Anna is my only daughter. One day the Smith group will be in her hands, and in her husband's. Mr. Smith, do you really think I spent 10 years risking my life to protect your daughter for that? People always aim higher. There's nothing shameful about that. Compared to that elementary school teacher, Anna can give you a lot more. Yeah, she can give me a lot, but not the one thing that matters most. What, freedom? There was a long silence on the other end. You'll regret this. After I hung up, I decided to leave River City. But when I went to buy a long-distance bus ticket, the clerk gave me a strange look. The system says you're under a travel restriction. The Smith family was really trying to drive me into a corner. I walked out of the station, and that black luxury car was tailing me again. What's it going to take for you to let me go? Give me 3 days. Just 3 days. After that, I'll let go completely. I won't make things hard for you again. You really think I'd still believe you? It's all in black and white, notarized by a lawyer. In 3 days, I'll give you your freedom, plus 3 million more. Why 3 days? My birthday's coming up. For the past 10 years, you've always been there with me. Just treat this like one last time, okay? But we need 3 rules. No physical contact, no forcing me to do anything, and don't hurt Lucy. Deal. On the first day, she had me take her to an amusement park, lining up for rides like a normal couple. On the roller coaster, she grabbed on tight, screaming at the top of her lungs. Then she got off and threw up like crazy. Why even do that? I'd always wanted to do this at least once, but my dad kept saying it was dangerous and wouldn't let me. At lunch, she got ice cream all over her mouth. I instinctively wiped it off with a napkin. She just stared at me, and suddenly her eyes turned red. Sorry. Then she lowered her head and quietly finished her ice cream. I know I'm awful. Bad temper, spoiled, unreasonable. But when you said you were leaving, that's when I realized you're all I have. My parents are always busy with business, and my friends only care about my family's money. You're the only one who quietly cleans up my messes. That's my job. No. Last year when I got kidnapped and you took that knife from me, I knew. No one else in this world would ever treat me like that. If there were no Lucy, do you think you could have liked me? Even a little? I stayed quiet for a moment before I spoke. Life doesn't work on what-ifs. I know. On the second day, she asked me to teach her self-defense. In the village gym, while I was demonstrating a move, she suddenly wrapped her arms around me from behind. Is this how you take down a bad guy? Miss, let go! It's the last day. Just let me hold you for a minute. Just 1 minute. It's clearly written in the agreement. Do you really hate me that much? After 10 years, even a dog would wag its tail. So you finally said it. In your eyes, I was always just a dog. I didn't mean it like that. I put the towel away. That's enough for today. I'm sorry, I spoke without thinking. Tomorrow's the last day. I hope you'll keep your promise. On the third day, she asked me to meet her at the beach to watch the sunset. When I got there, she was standing on the rocks in a dress. She asked me to go watch the ocean with you, and I always said it was too dangerous. Turns out it's beautiful. It gets cold fast after sunset. You'll catch a cold. Jack, in all these 10 years, was there ever a moment you saw me as a woman? No. Everything promised in the agreement is in there. Lucy's hospital bills are fully paid, and the people on the demolition side have been taken care of. They won't bother her. I was a little surprised. Thanks. The car stopped downstairs at my apartment. Wait, there's one more thing I forgot. A birthday gift. I'm making it up to you. I opened it. It was a military watch, worn with age, and engraved with the words, Blade Company. How did you know about this? I know everything about your time in the service. Every year you secretly visit your squad leader's grave, collect every military magazine, and keep that Blade Company photo under your pillow. Jack, you're not a bodyguard, and you're not some dog. You're a hero I'll never be worthy of. He got back in the car and drove off. I stood there on the side of the road, holding the watch. On the back, in tiny letters, it said, To my hero. My phone buzzed. A new text came in. You're free now. Go marry her. Goodbye. The next day, every restriction was lifted and my bank account was unfrozen. Hey, Mr. Jack, there was a misunderstanding before. You can stay. I'll have the water and power turned back on right away. I went to the provincial hospital to see Lucy's dad. The surgery was a success. Jack, thank you. I'll pay you back little by little. No rush. Miss Anna hasn't come looking for you again, has she? No, that's good. Honestly, she's kind of pitiful. Why would you say that? The last time she came to see me, she said she was giving you back to me. Her eyes were so swollen from crying. She came to see you? Just a few days ago. She said she wouldn't make things hard for us anymore, and even gave me a card saying it was her wedding gift. I didn't take it. I stayed quiet, eating an apple. Sweet, with a hint of sour. A month later, Lucy's dad got out of the hospital, and I helped move their stuff back to Zhangcheng. Downstairs at her building, I saw a familiar figure. Anna had lost a lot of weight. Got you a wedding gift. Wedding? What wedding? Isn't he about to propose? I even got the cash gift ready. Miss Anna, don't joke around. My dad's business partner gave me this jewelry. It looks too old on me. It suits you, Jack. Be good to your wife, or I'll be the first one to call you out. I turned to leave. Anna, thanks. It was the first time in 10 years I'd said her name. Her eyes instantly reddened. Why thank me? Come back and visit sometime. My family's door will always be open to you. Not as your employer, as your friend. I walked off fast, a little unsteady on my feet. Lucy said softly, He really does seem different now. I said nothing. I watched him disappear and something in my heart finally let go. 6 months later, Lucy and I got engaged. We kept it simple, just a few tables. Right before the ceremony started, a huge flower arrangement showed up, wishing my hero a lifetime of happiness. Should we invite him in? He won't come. While we were making the rounds for toasts, I heard a commotion at the door. I went out to check, and at the end of the hallway I saw a familiar figure hurrying into the elevator. By the time I got downstairs, all I saw was a black car pulling away. I stood there for a long time until Lucy came looking for me. What's wrong? Nothing, it's just windy. Later, I heard Anna had gone abroad to study. Every now and then she'd post a photo, and her smile kept getting brighter. In one of them, there was a military magazine in the background, and I gave it a like. She instantly replied with a smiley face, Be happy. I put my phone down. The sunlight outside was perfect. Lucy was in the kitchen making braised pork, and the whole place smelled amazing. After 10 long years, I was finally home.